Welcome back, viewers at home. Now, with a mission that is to spread goodness by assisting those in need and creating opportunity for individuals to actively participate in acts of kindness and compassion, I am joined by the organization called Seeds of Khayr. And for that conversation, I will be speaking to Mariam Chothia to find out more in terms of what Seeds of Khayr is, or rather planning to do when it comes to, providing sanitary pads to underprivileged women in communities. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah so much for joining us, Mariam.
Walaikum salam. Jazakallah so much for having me.
Now, I know I've just briefly mentioned the mission for Seeds of Khair. Can you just tell us a bit on how you would best explain or give a brief understanding on what Seeds of Khair is about?
So, Seeds of Khayr is a non-profit charity initiative that is aimed at helping those in need. Our main focus thus far has been on helping orphanages that are struggling, that need such things. We've done food hampers, clothing hampers, toy drives, and just creating opportunities for people to also help those in need. Because I know in everyday life how busy we get and how many individuals want to do charity work, but they don't have the time to. So Seeds of Hate kind of gives them that opportunity to do the work without having to do the admin work, to give back to society and to help those in need.
Hmm. And seeing now that the organization is having an initiative under the whole sanitary drive or pad drive in that sense, I want to find out from you, how does Seeds of Khair articulate period poverty in South Africa?
So period poverty is a real issue and it's something that isn't talked about enough. Studies show that around 30% of girls in South Africa end up missing school during their period because they can't afford to buy periods, which is, I think, almost one in three girls missing school. And it also, in South Africa, these girls that can't afford these pads, they end up using newspapers, cloths, socks, stuff like that during the time of their period. And that's something that we shouldn't have to do. I feel like all girls should have access to pads because it's something that we all struggle with, something that we all not struggle with, something that we all get, something that we all have. And it should be easy for all girls to access pads during this time of their month so that they don't end up missing out on school.
Now, can you tell us a bit on the initiative of the sanitary pad drive that Seeds of Khair is currently doing?
Okay, so August, as we know, is our National Women's Month, right? And during this month, we wanted to do something that uplifts women in South Africa and grants them the respect and dignity that they deserve. So we launched a sanitary pad drive, right? How it works is we collecting donations to purchase and to then distribute pads to girls in our local community. And this way, we're giving them the respect that they deserve. So whether it's orphanages, clinics, public schools, anybody really that doesn't have access to it or can't afford it, we're using 100% of the donations to buy the pads and then to distribute it to these areas.
Mm. And how does this initiative tie into your mission to support, vulnerable women and girls in societies?
Our mission has always been about helping those in need, especially in ways that go unnoticed. And like I said at the beginning, period poverty is something that isn't really talked about enough in South Africa, right? And our mission has been of helping people, right? So it's a small way to give back. It's a small way to uplift these girls, to make them feel more confident and more comfortable in their everyday life, right? And like I said, because it's something that's not really talked about, we want to raise awareness to this situation and make more people more make them realize that it is something real and it is something that girls in our community are actually actively struggling with.
Hmm. And what would you say is the end goal of this, sanitary pad drive? Because we understand that, today we give them pads, and the next following month they still get to experience the menses and they'll still need pad. What a long-term solution is, Seeds of Khairi planning on embarking on when it comes to addressing period poverty?
Long-term solution, the first thing, like I just mentioned, is to raise awareness. So I'm hoping by doing this, by spreading the message, more people do become aware of it. And next month, somebody else decides to then take it upon themselves to give back. And hopefully throughout the months, we as Seeds of Khair are able to continue this drive long term, like through the next few months, the next few years. Maybe we can continue with it by providing periods every month to the girls. But if we are unable to, then I hope other organizations, other individuals, they take it upon themselves to give back because now they are made aware of the situation. So yeah.
Hmm. And what other forms of support does Seeds of Khair offer to women and girls in need?
Other forms of support, we have done clothing drives where we bought brand new clothes for girls at the Al Huda Foundation. There are a bunch of teenage girls there. We bought brand new clothes for them. We've done food hampers. We besides giving back items, also want to give emotional support to the women in our community to show them that they are valued, that they are loved, that they are cared for. Because it's more than just giving physical items, it's also about showing them that they deserve to be that they deserve to be heard and they deserve to be seen and to be looked after as well, you know.
Hmm. And lastly, can you provide some details in terms of how, viewers at home can go about supporting the initiative or just supporting the organization itself?
So we currently have a WhatsApp group and an Instagram page. The link to our WhatsApp group is on our Instagram page where we post updates about upcoming initiatives. We post daily, we raise awareness on situations that are happening not just in South Africa but worldwide as well. And the biggest way I would say to help is by sharing our post, by creating awareness so that we can reach a bigger audience and thus help more people across the country. And as well as donations, those mean a lot. Like whether no matter the amount, even if you want to give for this drive, if you want to donate actual pairs or monetary donation, 100% of the funds are given, are used to provide, to buy, to provide these pairs. So that does mean a lot. But yeah, the biggest way is word of mouth and by raising awareness on our initiative and on what we do and our Instagram page, sharing the message to make more people aware of it and more people can become involved in that way. So
Hmm. And with that being said, is there anything you'd like to share with our viewers at home that you believe that, was left out through our conversation?
I think as Muslims, um, our purpose in this life, besides praying and worship, is to also give back to the community, is to give charity. You know, there's so many hadiths and so many Quran ayahs speaking about charity and the importance of it. So, with what we have and what we've been granted, alhamdulillah, it's good to take out from there and to give to others with clean hearts and good intentions and trying to make a difference, even if it's a small little difference with what you can give, you know, and what you're able to do.
Hmm.
I think that's really, really important for all of us to consider in our everyday lives.
Hmm. Jazakallah so much, Mariam, for joining us and really giving us insight in terms of the work that's been done by the organization, as well as just giving us more insight and details around the, initiative or the sanitary drive that is currently, being planned and is underway, as well as in terms of, just giving us, information around how, Seeds of Khair goes about, uplifting communities and just really being a means of support to underprivileged communities. But Jazakallah so much for joining us.
Amin. Jazakallah so much for having me.
Viewers at home, that was Mariam Chothia from the organization Seeds of Khair, letting us know in terms of how you can, support this current drive or any other initiative that they're embarking on in terms of following them on their social media or just joining their WhatsApp group. And as she said, as little as whatever you can afford, be it monetary value or just a pack of pads itself, it is welcome. But viewers at home, that's where we close it off for now. Let's head over to an ad break. We'll see you just after this.